Good morning, pop culture. We are live. It is Friday, August the 24th, 2018. It's 7:44 a.m. in the morning, and we're a minute early. So this has been a pretty crazy week here on the channel. Obviously, the Indiegogo's kicking ass. We're about at $10,000. We've had all kinds of huge growth, and last night's World-Class Bullshitted episode is missing. You're probably asking yourself, where is this week's episode of the show? Well, we had some technical difficulties, and so I put it over on Podbean and iTunes and all that. So if you listen to the show via streaming like a lot of people do, well, then there's no gap. But due to some technical glitches, we didn't want to put it on YouTube because it just wouldn't represent us well. So if you guys are dying to check us out, go to worldclassbs.podbean.com or iTunes or any way you choose to listen to a podcast, and you'll find us there. That's where last night's show is. But that's the past. This is the present. Tonight is the future. In the future, in just a few short hours, we will be at Indianapolis Horror Hound at the JW Marriott. And the last couple of hours spent preparing for the show has been crazy. You know, just when I thought, hey, I got all the equipment to make t-shirts, no, the goddamn paper was damaged in the mail. And I almost burnt my house down with a heat press twice. So it's been an interesting night. I'm on about 3 hours of sleep. And guess what? I'm out of coffee. But that's okay. We're going to have a show. And then I'm going to go take care of business and meet a lot of you people this weekend. So let's see what we got in terms of the view count. Who is here this morning? All right. We are already at 104 people. So as soon as we hit our magical number of 200, we'll start the show. But while we wait, we have a super chat from our friend Jeff the Iron Wolf. So let's see what Jeff the Iron Wolf had to say. Hey, Jeff, what did you think of the asshole meme on Facebook I posted and decided to declare a meme war on the Facebook page? Let the hilarity ensue. Well, I did see that. I'm looking at it right now. Let me turn this phone on to silent. And let's pull it up for the viewers. All right, so F11. Hide your name, hide your kids, hide your wife, and let's share this with everybody. So, folks, this is Jeff the Iron Wolf's meme. So there you guys go. If you guys want to join in on the meme war, all you have to do is do it. But thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. Let's see where the people are. Hello, world-class bullshitters. Was that a Super Mario sound effect? No, that was the Facebook notification. I got a different phone now, so I don't know how to use it as well as the other one. So when I thought I hit vibrate, it just hit the Wi-Fi off. So I'm not perfect. None of us are. Try to be. I'm not Ethan Van Sciver. So, yes, T-Moose313, we are going to be talking about the images from Star Wars Episode 9, starring Finn and Poe, a.k.a. the Space Horse Whisperer, or Sporce Whisperer, or Whisperer. I don't know. I don't care. The only thing I care about is the fact that this image has horses in it and that Dion will not go see this movie. Yes, morning to Midnight Cherry TV. Good morning to everybody. So while we wait to hit our magical number of 200, let's see. Let's check on Stealing Solo. So we're almost at $10,000, which is incredible because it's only been 2 days. Normally, people put out a comic book, and it's like, oh, we'll get to maybe $20,000 by the end of the thing. No, we're at 2 days. We're at 9,956. So let me take this time to start the show out by saying thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. And ladies, too, obviously. Just thank you to everyone who's making this thing a reality. And we're going to be talking about it more when I get back to the office on Tuesday. So if you guys you have questions or you want to talk about it or hear me talk about it more, Tuesday is when that all starts. Until then, make sure you guys watch the channel this weekend. We're going to have live streams. You're going to see us on camera, walking around conventions, doing stuff, filming stuff, having a good time. And we'll do some live streams from the show where you can ask us to do specific things. Tell us what you want us to do, who to go talk to. It's going to be a crazy time, and it's the first of many world-class bullshitters live appearances. The Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey says, watch out, Horror Hound. The world-class bullshitters are going to get world-class shit-faced. You damn right. You damn right, Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey. Is it wrong that when I woke up this morning and looked at my phone, I thought, how many hours till my first beer? I mean, I only drink every once in a while, but that was the first thought I had today. I mean, I'm going to be hanging out with my best friends. We're going to have Dion, Nick, Kendo, and Channel Dad Brian Lape. We're going to have beer and giant banners with our faces on it and shit. It's going to be insane. Midnight Cherry TV, don't worry. There will be a point in time in the near future when World Class Bullshitters shows up in your neck of the woods, and we always bring the party with us no matter where we go. So don't worry. If you live in a different part of the country, if you live in a different part of the world, unless it's like Antarctica, and I don't even know how you'd be listening to us there. But everywhere else, you're pretty much safe. So we do have the word world in the name of the show. Let's see. I hope true. Thanks, Dom. He'll get yours first. Good morning to you, Abomino. Thank you, Darjeeling. Thank you, Dylan, as always. Yeah, I wish you could be there to hear Lape's stories about the Revolutionary War, but if you think those are great, you should listen to his war or his stories about Stonehenge. He's the only living person that knows exactly how Stonehenge was built. Darth Durkle the Wise Ass, yeah, it's not a bad week at all. This has been an incredible week. Shit, it's only been 2 days, going on 3 now, so it's been awesome. You're waiting for a typhoon to hit while it's the world-class bullshitters. Well, what came to mind was that scene from Titanic, you know, where the guys play the ship down. Just listen to my voice, and we will talk you through the typhoon. Hopefully the typhoon doesn't last but a mere moment or two. Grendel Fan 84. Good morning from Drew at Comics Elite. See you this afternoon. We will be bearing exclusives. Oh, okay, awesome. Grendel Fan 84, aka Drew from Comics Elite. I will see you this afternoon as well. Originally, I would have said, hey, look for the giant guy with a World Class Bullshitters t-shirt, but due to, you know, shit happening, just look for the giant banner. It'd be crazy if we were actually next to each other at the show. That'd be even better. Thank you very much. Michael Daylor says, good morning, you sexy motherfucker. Thank you very much, Michael Daylor. Right back at you, my friend. Yanis Papadopoulos, I hope we do make it to Sweden. And I hope it's Yanis and not Janice. I hope I didn't say it wrong. But I always think of Goldeneye. So, you know, Yanis. Snuggled in bed, listening to Soothing Jeff tell me about nice toys and fun movies. Thank you. Thank you, Amy. Thank you very much. All right. Well, we are 1 viewer away from the magical number of 200. And we're past it. So let's start talking about the news. By the way, folks, I'm going to cover a few things that we talked about on last night's World Class Bullshitters. For those who aren't going to stream it, you can listen to some of these stories here. By the way, the streaming version of World Class Bullshitters is always different than the one here on YouTube. So if you're curious, you know, check it out. And by the way, folks, I know a ton of you out there are patrons. The audio mishap was so bad that we're going to basically film you a World Class Bullshitters After Hours for this week at the show. And we're going to film you other things as well. So thank you for your patience. It's Skype's fault. It's weird, too, because in the middle of the call, it dropped. We recalled, and then the audio was perfectly good. So that is the case. Mareth Dialine. Hello there. Hello, Mareth Dialine. Thank you very much. Big Chap. Thank you very much. In Comic Force him to build a set, he is a carpenter. It's funny you bring that up. That's actually referenced in the story. So let's take a look at this new Star Wars set photo. So this looks like a Tumblrina's wet dream. We have Finn in riding pants, and we have Poe in riding pants, and we have Finn who looks like a delivery boy. Oh, so first you look at this and you think, oh, this isn't Star Wars. This is just a coincidence that Oscar Isaac and John Boyega happened to be on set filming a movie together. Well, then you go over and you see it and you're like, yeah, this looks like a rejected Indiana Jones flick. I mean, this doesn't have that Star Wars flair. They look like a bunch of hipsters rolling around in a field. And then you get to this, and there's Chewbacca. And I know Chewbacca's not real, but look at the shame on Chewbacca's face. Chewbacca looks like, I wish they would have killed me with Han. Chewbacca thinks deep down, I'm done. After this movie, I'm going to crash the damn Millennium Falcon into the planet myself. It goes to show that lady that was cast that I guessed was an alien is not. She looks like Naruto. She's got her little cape and her headband and some arm thing on. So, yeah, I don't really know what to say outside of this image. Maybe they crash landed. I would say they crash landed in Wakanda as a joke because that dude next to the horse that Chewbacca's standing by definitely looks like one of the defecting soldiers from Wakanda. But hey, that could be just me. But yeah, for Dion, my best friend in the world, look at all those horses, Dion. Look at the horses. And they're going to have CGI augmentation. That's what the orange tape means. So maybe they're going to replace the horses' faces with mannequins. But so far, that's what we have. They're quite... Ugh. The Grand Inquisitor says, Friday night, they'll be dressed to kill down in Dino's Bar and Grill. The drinks will flow, the blood will spill, and the boys want to fight. You better let them. Y'all have fun at Indy, Jeff. The Grand Inquisitor, thank you very much for that. Way to brighten up the morning for me. And yes, we will have a great time. What's nice about this show is it used to be I would work these shows in the hopes to sell my prints and make money and be able to do stuff. Well, now this show is just advertising. We have tables, we have banners, we have everything we need, and it's just to promote the show, promote the channel. That's it. We're just going to sit back and tell people about this, stealing Solo, all kinds of stuff. So I don't really have to stress out about the old convention, money problem, which is nice. I'm no longer a traveling illustrator. I got this. So I'm going to have a fantastic time. Not a care in the world. With the exception of the damn shirts not printing or pressing work. Everything else is great. This looks like it was filmed on a 1980s VHS camcorder. You get a lot of hipsters to come out in droves. Oh my God, the new Star Wars was filmed in VHS. Ugh. People would do that. Looks like Star Wars is on the cheap. Well, let's be serious for a moment. There's probably no time jump, like they said, because this looks like they're out scavenging for people to help them. So they're much like Return of the Jedi. They're going to need a group of people or creatures like Ewoks who are not as technologically advanced or well off because, they ride fucking horses, and they're going to need them to help fight the Empire, just like Return of the Jedi. So, guys, if anyone ever tells you that the new Star Wars movies don't mimic the original trilogy, smack them in the face with the facts. Just say, yo, and then just, point them to this channel. Make them hate me even more. Farmer Finn. The Dr. Phil cites, I'm bringing Dion a pony at Horror Hound. Thank you, Phil. Jedi Knight and friend of Captain Solo, awesome name. Resistance trailer, 10,000 likes. George Lucas comment, 8,000. I've never seen more apathy towards a Star Wars project ever. I mean, there was dislike for The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi and stuff like that. And Solo kind of, shit the bed. But at least it had hype and stuff. Star Wars Resistance? No. You want a world-class bullshitters patch for your jacket. Don't worry. Before the holiday season, there will be a world-class bullshitters store. So we'll have all kinds of stuff. Don't worry. If you follow the trail of spuds nearby, you can find Rostico crying on the corner, caressing a burlap sack. Do me a favor, send that to Ethan Van Sciver. When this week on the High Council, it's on his channel, just send that message, King Eric, please. Please do. It's going to be incredible. Cesare Japan, thank you very much. Disney is showing that they've gone broke, it seems. Or they're showing that they fully bought Fox and now they're remaking Planet of the Apes in Star Wars land. Ooh. Timothy Riggs, thank you very much. Looks like Lucasfilm has decided to support world-class bullshitters, comic artists, pro seekers, and geeks and gamers with additional content through 2019. Well, you know that they can't just remain silent because they're trying to sell this movie to the silent minority that are going to go see the movie. Because the vocal majority on the internet, remember, folks, when you go woke, you go broke. So those people that are going to champion this bullshit aren't going to go see this movie because they're busy, I don't know, streaming whatever those people stream. Lena Dunham shows. But the average person, they're going to need to market Star Wars to put out the leaks, get the hype up, and we're here. So thank you, guys. We really appreciate you up at the top. Cobra Viper says they're probably out looking for Ewoks, or Ewokes, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm so conditioned to say Ewoks. Ewokes are a new feral creature that I just don't want to interact with because they bite you, your hair turns purple, and you get that fish mouth. Let's see. Not cool. Have you seen Lucasfilm's website? It used to be a slideshow of their classic movies. Now it's a Disney Wars and diversity wank. Such a shame. Not cool. I've only gone to the Star Wars. Oh, sorry. I haven't been to the Lucasfilm website ever, I don't think. I honestly can say I don't think I've ever been there. I've been to StarWars.com and IndianaJones.com a lot, especially as a kid when you think, oh, man, I want to look at Star Wars on the internet, StarWars.com. But then you find RebelScum.com and Force.net and, you know, more engaging sites. But no, I have not seen their website. I'm sure it's garbage. You know, we'll show it in a couple minutes if you guys want. That could be a lot of fun. How much do I got to pledge to be on Good Morning Pop Culture? There aren't guests on Good Morning Pop Culture. There, you can be on World Class Bullshitters, or you can be, you know, like if you're a patron, you can be on, you know, videos and stuff like that. But as of now, Good Morning Pop Culture, we will take phone calls in the future, but we don't really have a rotating guest slot. Tim Riggs says, I really hope they are relying on the silent minority. That minority that can't get jobs with their science, sociology or gender studies degrees have no money. I'm sorry. Why did I say Scientology? I guess I've been thinking about Tom Cruise's Howard the Duck. But yeah, that minority can't get jobs with their sociology or gender studies degrees and have no money. But social media has given everyone a voice, and EA is learning that the hard way. I don't care about Lundenheim or Ludwig Stein, whatever that guy's name is, Patrick something. I don't care about what his daughter said or asked questions about, or when people say, I'm making this story for my kids. Your kids are 3 people at most for a lot of these executives, maybe 1. Your one kid, like Spock says, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And the needs of your wallet depends on the needs of the many. So don't fuck up. Midnight Cherry TV, thank you very much. Derped Ray, love pretty horsey. Derp. What the fuck is this scenery? Iowa? Long cry from a galaxy far, far away. Oh, you meant to say world-class bullshitters. Oh, okay. Well, the Goth Nerd, just check out the Patreon page, and that's how we do that kind of stuff. We got a list of people, so when I get back from Horror Hound, I'll be working out, you know, who appears in what order. It's always just a first come, first serve type of thing. So if you're a patron and you ask and no one has that date taken, well, then you know what? It is your date, and we'll make it so. Shelly Roberts, I'm in line at Starbucks. What the fuck am I looking at? You're looking at images from the new Star Wars film. There you go. That's exciting. Someone called PETA. They're abusing animals and horses too. Where's the big plot twist going to come from in episode 9? Well, that implies that there's actually plot twists in new Star Wars movies. I mean, the plot twist for episode 7 is it was actually A New Hope. The plot twist from episode 8 was it actually had the audacity to call itself Star Wars. The plot twist from 9, the twist is it actually has an ending. Timothy Riggs says, Billy Ritchie wins this chat, in my opinion. Broke back Star Wars. Yeah, there we go. Billy Ritchie, This episode is now unofficially titled as Brokeback Star Wars. So Lucasfilm is out there to terrorize Dion. Those monsters. Yeah. They'll go after Dion because they know his weakness. Horses. Where are the cowboy hats? I bet you just over the ridge, Jake Gyllenhaal and CGI Heath Ledger are waiting for Finn and Poe. Pin and Foe. Let's see. I have not seen The Last Jedi, so I would not force my enemies to watch that. Well, you're a good person for not even forcing your worst enemies to do that, because I would force Rian Johnson to sit down and watch The Last Jedi and explain himself to me. Why, Ryan? Why? Why did you fuck up so bad? How did you fuck up so bad? That's the biggest question. Yes, you did, Billy. You did a fantastic job. So thank you very much, my friend. Do you think Finn will finally have the courage to kiss Poe? I myself have no problem with gay relationships in the real world or films, but I think if you made those two characters gay in Star Wars, you would offend a lot of people that would spend money. They wouldn't say anything on the internet, but a lot of people would walk out, because Star Wars, is that the twist? Is that the subverting our expectations? The two male leads were, lovers the whole time? That's a dumb plot twist. It was implied with Holdo and Leia, and that didn't stick. And I don't think this will stick too. I just think both of them act really poorly together, especially in the TIE fighter scene in The Force Awakens. What's your name? Finn. Oh, I'm going to call you Finn. Buddies. Haha. Yeah. I like you so much. Oh, crash landed on the planet. I wish you would have died in episode 7, Poe Dameron. I really wish you would have. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's what Disney pulls. They're like, hey, only angry bigots are pissed that Finn and Poe are lovers and all this shit. And then the box office attendance is like 28 people per state. And then it's like, well, it's not that people are bigots. It's that you don't know how to tell a story. So you throw this shock value shit in there and then blame people for not going to see your poorly constructed films. There you go. Aldair Servat, thank you very much. Star Wars Episode 9, Attack of the Ewoks. They bite your ankles. They hit you in the kneecaps. They have really shitty haircuts. They are Ewoks. I'm going to christen the new characters Ewoks, no matter what they look like. If there's a new alien race, hell, if Porgs made a comeback, I'd call them Ewoks. But thank you, Aldair Servat. Thank you very much. Michael Daylor, Rian Johnson would get hard watching his movie. Don't do it. If Rian Johnson did get turgid from The Last Jedi and he attempted to touch me in any way, even if it was just like to tap me on the shoulder and say, hey, man, you dropped your popcorn, it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. David Cook, thank you very much. It looks like they're on a journey to find a plot. Weak. Oh, and good morning, my lord. Did you get your morning muff? I wish. I'll be honest, if I got my morning muff, the show would probably be a lot later. So, like I said, I'm out of coffee, and I'm on very little sleep, so I'm suppressing yawns because nobody wants to hear a yawn in the morning. You're at work. You're out there in the world doing what you got to do to, make the money, support the kids, or, support your action figure habit if you're Trent. I mean, my God, $8,000 a year on action figures? I'm jealous now. But thank you, David Cook. Let's see. Jeff, you nearly reached 10K. Yes, I have. Stuga 123. We're really, really, really close. Stealing Solo is at 99.56. So I'm gonna guess that today it's gonna pass 10,000. Because what usually happens with this is I get these emails all day. It's not a complaint, obviously, but I get these little ding, ding, dings all day, and it's like new thing. Usually they don't start until after Good Morning Pop Culture has rendered, and then we'll share it on social media, and then throughout the day, and you get a lot of them into the night. So that's when it'll definitely cross over to the 10,000. And once I hit 10,000, I'm going to do a special video. Hell, I'll tell you this. If we're driving in the car to Horror Hound and we hit the 10,000 number with the Indiegogo, we'll do a live stream in the car impromptu as a thank you to everybody, and we'll talk and shoot the shit that way. But yes, thank you, Stuga. I am paying attention to that very closely. And I did decide that once we hit a big, big stretch goal, I'm going to put that old comic anthology as a bonus for everybody. So that's going to be extra cost. I got to get it colored and relettered and stuff. But that'll be what happens. So there's a big stretch goal for you guys. Jeff needs just 30K more to 100K. Oh yeah, on the subscriber base, I'm pumped. We I was gonna do something for 70,000 as a thank you. No, we're closer to 70. We're getting close to 72,000 now. So there we go. Yes, I'm going to be promoting at Horror Hound also, Tim. I got a couple printouts of the poster with a QR code so people can come up, see the image. It's very striking. You scan the QR code, it takes you to where you need to go, and we're off to the races. Fraud 79, the good, the bad, and the episode 9. Thank you very much, Fraud. It's funny you use that analogy because I was listening to that score before the show this morning because this new phone has Google Play Music, so I was testing it out, and I just said, play the Ecstasy of Gold, and boom, there it was, and then I listened to the theme song. So can we talk about the closet cosplayer in front of the horses? Yeah, we did. She looks like she's straight out of Naruto. I will say this. When you look at the old Star Wars images on the set, yeah, you see the actors in costume, but they look like real people producing something. These all look like little kids with big ass heads running around in pants that just don't fucking fit. They look like dicks in the yard. People in the new Star Wars movies, I can't take them seriously. There's no I don't want to say no masculinity because, well, there's not. That's not what I was going for. But there's no verisimilitude, believability, if you will. Eddie Max of Andor says, I like moist cereal. That is all. Well, thank you, Eddie Max of Andor. I enjoy my cereal soaking wet with milk. Yeah, I finally caught up on the Crunchyroll situation, guys, for those who've been asking me. I watched the Quarter Rings video. I watched the trailer itself with all the likes and dislikes and comments disabled. I was never going to watch the show in the first place, and I don't watch anything, no matter what it is, if the way they talk about the show is, oh, we're so diverse behind the scenes, we're this, we're that. They're like, it's just a story of my empowerment. No. She-Ra Power Princess is a product of the 80s that you're trying to imprint your identity on. I'm not going to watch it. I never even was going to watch it. But I'm sure as shit not going to promote it or tell people about it in a positive way now. And this crappy, what is it, Hungarian Spice or whatever the show's called, I wasn't going to watch that either. And I'm definitely not going to even tell people about it in a positive way either. I might even go out of my way to tell my friends like Dan and Phil, never watch it. And I'll tell them why, and they'll go, fuck that, I'm not watching it. So tell a story. It's not the story of you I care about. It's the story that you create. I didn't care about the story of George Lucas's racing fantasies as a child, but I like Luke Skywalker's journey, and you can imprint that kind of stuff on it. But I'm not gonna check it out, guys. This isn't the movie, Jeff. This is the toy commercial being filmed. Well, kids have to actually want Star Wars toys for them to make Star Wars toy commercials. I mean, we're talking all-time record lows for Star Wars brand enthusiasm with merchandise. Look at The Last Jedi. We had toys on the shelves forever. There wasn't a single figure that was hard to find. Oh, God, Luke Skywalker's going to be in such high demand, guys. We better pick up a couple. Nope. Saw it at every fucking Kroger, Target, Walmart, Best Buy, Fry's, all the stores. They were just there. They were there hanging out. You can go to a local Best Buy. I think somebody sent an image. There were about 50 of those Ray speeders, the ones that look like the fudge sickles that were full priced. Now people say, oh, well, people just didn't get that one, blah, blah, blah. Well, Luke Skywalker came out at the same time, and Luke Skywalker was bought up. I bought Luke Skywalker's land speeder. But I don't support Rey. I don't support any of those characters. So the fact that this might be a toy commercial, I'm doubting that. Only because Star Wars toys are shit. Yeah, Jaron Rice, we did get a lot of subs in the last few days. It was weird. About 2 weeks ago, I'm watching the subs bleed. We're losing hundreds of them over dumb shit. I don't know what was either. It was YouTube or Google purging old subs, or people were pissed about James Bond or whatever. And then it started to catch up over the weekend. It got back to where it needed to be, and now we're back on the the fast track to 1,000. So I'm going to make sure that I get to doing all the videos that need to be put up, so we can keep the expansion going. So thank you. 2 pages that you sent, Pete. Were they over email? Because I haven't checked email or any of that stuff because I got this show to go through. So if you guys sent emails or stuff over on Facebook, it'll be looked at on Tuesday. They think that people are going to buy something because of their virtue signaling BS. Then they throw tantrums like 4-year-olds when people call up their garbage with no real story. Yeah. Like I say on this channel all the time, the market is not sexist. The market is not racist. The market likes what it likes. And if you can't make something that the market likes, well then tough shit. That's the real world. Ethan made Cyberfrog, and look at all the people that liked what he did. I'm doing Stealing Solo, and look at all the people that are liking it so far. I mean, if you guys put out something unique and original, and you can captivate an audience, and you can present it in a funny, interesting way, well then people are going to check it out. You can use any other anime as an example. They had something interesting or unique to it, or cool. There's a cool factor to it. This just looks like stupid shit, and I don't trust anime that's made in America. It's just a cartoon. Timothy Riggs says, you see Oscar Isaac's Third Reich comments recently. I have not seen that. I like I said, the last couple days have been focused on Indiegogo, this convention, and other stuff. So no. Plus, I redid a lot of this office. So I'll check that out. If somebody wants to tell me about it in the chat, I'll comment on it, and then I can look more into it later. Stuga, Jeff, will you be signing Stealing Solo as well? Yeah, every copy. The original copies are all signed. The on the cover, the excuse me, the variant blank cover will not be signed because you want to take that, and then the artist that drew the picture on it will sign. So, yeah, they're all signed. It was your videos of toys staying on the shelves that hit me to your content. The toy commercial jab was just a joke, Jeff. Oh, I know. I wasn't mad. I guess I sound kind of tired. Oh, I'm not mad at all. I was just saying why there'll never be another Star Wars toy commercial. Believe me, I know most people know us as the Star Wars toy channel. And that's fine. At least they know us. I'd rather be known for something than not be known at all. And I stand by those Star Wars toy videos. I loved making them. It was always exciting to go out into the store and be like, oh my God, there's a mountain of Millennium Falcons. Holy shit. And people got to see this type of thing. Now that I got this new phone, I'm hoping we can find some stuff to film in glorious 4K. You see Memphis Belle, Jeff? I have not. I don't even know what Memphis Belle is. I went to the bathroom and missed what your anime you're talking about. It was that Spice show. Go check out the Quarterings video. You know, he covered it incredibly well. Let's see. I didn't say you should boycott the Clone Wars. I said that people need to realize that they're not exactly new episodes. So it's not my fault that people can't read a title and get upset. And I won't apologize for it either, because I didn't say boycott the Clone Wars. I said don't get excited because they're not new episodes. And they're not. They're just rehashed old episodes. And see, that just goes to show you that people weren't thinking with stuff. They were just going through straight emotions. And that's the case. That gave me a really nice idea. I want to draw you skiing down a large hill of box Millennium Falcons. I could do that. Thank you, Captain Corgi CG. Thank you very much. That was a very nice comment. Memphis Bille's a good movie for about 93, 94. Well, Kendo has seen it. So Kendo here's here in the chat. Kendo, I will have you remind me this weekend. We'll watch the trailer and we'll check it out. Yeah, Chewbacca does look frumpy and tired. I think that former basketball players like, why did I sign up for this? It should have been Peter Mayhew. I don't know. You always miss the streams because of school. Oh, okay. Well, it is weird to think. Not weird to think, but we do stuff at night and in the day, and the same people show up. So I assume people just listen at work or stuff. I never think of people having to go to school because I graduated from school 4 years ago. I haven't thought of school like once. Like, oh man, I really wish I was back in class. No, I've missed some of the comforts of school, but no, I don't miss school that much overall. Oh, Not the movie. It's the famous plane. It's at the Air Force Museum here in Ohio. That's not too far from me, actually, that golf nerd. I could make it there in about an hour. I want to see a Star Wars movie from the point of view of the horses. Yeah, I do too. You know, Dion would hate that movie. Just be... That's it. That's the whole thing. Dion would shit his pants. Yeah, you can graduate from the 8th grade. It's weird to think that people had an 8th grade graduation reunion last weekend. I sure as shit didn't go, but it was there. I graduated 40 years ago, yeah. At 29 years of age, I graduated 40 years ago. I was born with a diploma. Ah, the Pui, thank you very, very much. Good morning, Jeff. Do you have a permit for that firearm? No, it's in my other pants. Give me a minute, officer, and I will go get that for you in just a moment. No, but Pui, thank you very much, and it's always good to hear from you, man. I didn't know that Peter Mayhew had a knee replacement. That's fine. I mean, let's be honest. You really don't need Peter Mayhew to play Chewbacca. You don't really need Kenny Baker as C-3PO, and you actually don't even need Anthony Daniels in the C-3PO costume. I say Kenny Baker played R2-D2. My point is, you can have Anthony Daniels do the voice. Any tall person with the right build can be Chewbacca, and R2-D2 is now literally a robot. You know what would be funny is if, like, when the production of this is like somebody in the background, they're like, all right, we need BB-8 in this scene, and some dude just rolls BB-8 down the hill like a soccer ball, and they just film that. They don't even CGI it. Golden Apple says the high ground is strong with you. Thank you very much, the high Golden Apple. I almost called you the high ground. You should add thought bubbles to your photos on screen with funny comments on it. I could definitely do that. There would need to be a little more production time behind the scenes for Good Morning Pop Culture. Like today isn't going to be the longest episode, and it's definitely, I got tons of stuff to do before I leave because Channel Dad Brian Lape is driving me, which is going to be an adventure on its own. So, folks, if you don't hear back from me, Channel Dad Brian Lape kidnapped me, took me to Germany, made me learn the language again, and force-fed me really good beer and sauerkraut. So I apologize if you never hear from World Class Bullshitters again. What character is astride the Sporce? Not Woody Harrelson. Not Woody Harrelson. I don't know. But I'll pull up two more of these. You guys make me laugh. That's my favorite part of this show. I can be tired as hell, and then you guys make me laugh every morning. So thank you for that, guys. Thank you. Yeah, there they are running around in their little soy pants. Hey, let's play on the hill, guys. Darth Vader, pew, pew. They don't even have weapons. That's not cool. Where's the damn blasters at? I guess his is on the other hip. Or is he holding binoculars in this photo? It looks like he's got his binoculars. Look at Boyega's face. He doesn't even look like he wants to be there. He's just like, yeah, man, once this episode's over, I'm never working at Disney again. And you're thinking, why did you give him that voice, Jeff? That sounds stereotypical and racist. Well, why did they give him an American accent? Why can't the black dude have the cool British voice like he has in real life? See? Double standards. I am become Death Destroyer of Worlds. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's a very nice comment, nice compliment, and I thank you. Tim Riggs says, into German sausage, go to Rathskeller in Indy. All right, Lape, you heard it. You're going to Rathskeller. Every time you say something dumb, we're sending you there for lunch. Got you over 10,000, Jeff. Moist Muff is the best muff. I agree, and thank you. Did Stealing Solo pass 10? I'm focused on the show. I haven't even been checking Indiegogo. It'll be there soon. I know the guys that listen to the show are like checking it out. They're like, oh my God, it passed this, it passed that. I've just been focused on other shit this show. Yeah, that's not a gun. It's definitely not. Go back one photo. Oh, you want to see the very first photo? Okay, no problem. Wait. This one where they're on the hill, there's only three. There's these three. So we can go to this one where they're up the hill. That's back one. Oh, Gola. Morning, Jeff, bud. Find out if I get that job today. You're going to get that job. You're going to get that job. You probably rocked it out in the interview because you had all of us thinking about it, man. Yesterday, all the bullshitters were, we combined our powers and boom, you're going to get that job. So first round of beers on you, and then I'll get the rest because, I'm going to be drinking like 45 beers. Drew, thank you very much, Drew. Poe and Finn are going to do an Anakin Padme scene where they roll around on top of each other and laugh. Is they're going to be one of those weird Nabooian cow things that's like and like spits on them, and then like he wanted to call them foe. If they were a couple, that's their couple name, foe. Are they going to like use the Force to peel an apple, and one of them's going to wear a high-waisted corset with leather thong or something? Like that's. If they subvert our expectations like that with Star Wars Episode 9, well, then I can't be too upset. And I will go, they got me. I like a good laugh. Thank you, Star Wars. They should even play that song Across the Stars. That'd be even better. The Pui says, good job on launching Solo. I'm in. The Pui, thank you very much. It's weird. I'm looking at the printout of the thing right now. I'm like, man, I can't wait to do more of this. But, well, like I said, folks, we'll talk a lot about it on Tuesday going forward. I'll appear more on Comicsgate stuff. But this weekend is all Horror Hound for all of you guys to watch the streams and stuff. And you can ask us to go interview celebrities if we can get to talk to them. Jeff, don't ruin Vietnamese food for me. I've never had Vietnamese food, so I can't ruin it for you. I've had, what is the one I like? There's Chinese, obviously, and then, wait. Oh, maybe I do like Vietnamese. Is that where pho or pho or whatever comes from? The noodles. I do like that place. I do like that type of food. Michael Daylor, thank you very much. I want pin, not pho. All right. Well, they're going to pin each other down. Yeah, fine. We'll call them Pin from now on. Pin is the new couple name. Alec Munoz says, do either of them hate sand? It's coarse and it gets everywhere. I'm sure they both hate sand is the foe of Pin. I can't laugh at my own shit. I never mind. Dion, we're going to a Colombian steakhouse, dude. Don't ever debate that. It was Brazilian. I love that the guys from the show are arguing in the comments section as I read it to you guys. It's like I'm narrating a couple spat, a lover's quarrel. The Goth Nerd says, can you recommend any websites I could post my stories? I'm trying to get my ideas and work out there. I don't know any, like, maybe there are, like, I don't know if you want to use fan fiction sites, because I don't do a lot of online reading of anything. Have you ever tried putting your work on Amazon and giving it on the Kindle app and charging like $1 or something? That could be a first step. Or you could, just put out a full book. Be confident. Sometimes, trying to be overly cautious with a story idea doesn't work. I mean, that's what I'm doing with Stealing Solo. Yeah, I've had experience drawing comics for years and writing stuff, but I'm sure you have tons of writing experience too. Instead of dipping my toe in the swimming pool, I just jumped in and I said, fuck it, I'm going to do this. And now here it is and it's happening. And it's just the beginning and it's just rolling. So why don't you do the same thing? Put your work out there. Write the book. Put it on Amazon. I'll help you out by promoting it here on the channel. It's not a problem. I'm into doing that for people that want to, achieve their goals and dreams. Not enough people do it. So just do it. That's all I can tell you, man. Just do it. And we will help you out. We'll all check out your work. You can even post a link to it on the Facebook page. I have no problem with people trying to, creative types trying to get their work out there. It's hard. It takes time to build a platform. Don't be shy. Just go out there and do it. Tim Riggs says, the sand, now KK's issue is making sense. It gets everywhere, and I'm sure it made a moist mess out of her frontal. I don't know. I mean, doesn't sand dry up the moistness? Sand is the antithesis of the moist. Now, if we had somebody named Brandon Moist, we have Brandon Moist. If we had Brandon Sand, it's like Hydro Man and Sandman. They cancel each other out. Could you imagine that? Now somebody's going to change their screen name to Brandon Sand. I know it, but there we go. That's how we fight the moist, with the sand. Cass Binus. Rose isn't in the photos. Does that mean she was fully CGI? Was a fully CGI character after all? Will she be added in post? We can hope. like I say, Cass Spinus, we can hope that Rose Tico has the scar on her eye and the mohawk, and that's how they're going to introduce her. They're just finishing up her makeup. J.J. Abrams is bitching on set. Guys, it just doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. He's moving the scar 12 times to counteract Rian Johnson moving the scar on Kylo Ren's face. Bradford Walker, I wish you the best of luck on your book, man. Feel free to post that on our Facebook page. I know we have a lot of authors that try to do that, so I'll do my best to help people know about what you're doing. Mule 1066 says, is this an As You Wish scene? And which one is the pirate? Well, Mule, I think they're both pirates. Jared Ricewig says, Twilight is a better love story than Foe. Yeah. It's weird to think that a time where Twilight was popular seems like a more pure time than the current era of Star Wars. Have I seen the Ultimate Co-Pilot Chewie toy? It's $129 at Target. Uh-oh. It looks like I got to look up something now. Ultimate Co-Pilot Chewie. Now, let's see what this... The fuck is this? Oh, Jesus. All right, well, we're learning about this together. Oh, this looks dumb. It's an interactive Chewbacca toy. You know, just when you think kids can't not buy enough of your toys, you put out a $130 Chewbacca. Let's look at this together, folks. This is how Star Wars dies, with overpriced garbage that they're trying to make connect to your smartphone because they're hell-bent on kids only playing with electronic devices. Guys, do the smart thing. Go for the smart money. Sell to the old dudes who will pay top dollar for a fucking 3 3/4 inch action figure. Stop this shit. I don't care how cool you want to look. Optics aren't everything. So this looks like Chewbacca's special little brother, Lubaka, and it's $130 for Lubaka. I'm not buying it. Let's see what they got. Okay, so it's in stock at GameStop.com. Of course it's in stock. What is it? Product details. Chewbacca, Chewie to his best pals, is famous as Han Solo's loyal friend and co-pilot, and now the ultimate co-pilot Chewie figure can be kids' trusted companion in adventures, wherever their imagination takes them. This amazing interactive plush friend features 100+ sounds and motion combination, responds to the Wookiee language, and reacts whenever he's in motion. Sometimes, in surprising ways, can't speak because I haven't eaten anything yet, kids will love their favorite Wookiee's fun facial expressions and the way he responds when they talk to him. He laughs, roars, and even snores. He'll often raise his arms as he roars and makes contented sounds when he gets friendly scratches on the head. This furry beast is always ready for the next mission, big or small. So, what? This is getting its own video on Tuesday. Seriously, this damn toy. When I get back on Tuesday, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to make a video about this. This sounds like the next Tickle Me Elmo, except Tickle Me Elmo came out 22 years ago when this shit seemed cool. Todd Rector says, I have to go to school. Have a good one. Logan Michael, as always, you have a better one, my friend. Now, everyone's looking at this thing. I wonder how it smells after you light it on fire. Michael Daylor, it's Lumpy from the holiday special. It's something. It's definitely not Chewbacca. Alex Munoz says, looks like Lumpy playing Chewbacca. For $130, it better be a hot toy. Somebody said super chat, so he has to buy it. Fuck. That's the only way I'll ever get one of these things. I have no interest in this. It looks so dumb. It looks so dumb. I mean, he looks so happy. And I don't want to, ruin Chewbacca's fun times, but I just keep looking at this thing. Hasbro is really lucky that Toys R Us went out of business because this toy would never leave the shelves. If this hit Toys R Us store shelves, God damn it, I would bet my life that this thing would have been there after the store went out of business. Like, the people that came in and bought the excess stock, even they would not have picked up the ultimate co-pilot Chewbacca, and all your closed Toys R Us's would just be full of these things going, They would just talk to each other for hours, and then they'd burst into flames because their batteries were shitty, and then there you go. But this is stupid. That's all I can say. Sold, make hostage Chewie toy for stealing Solo. Buy one before you get here. We'll take it to a firing range. I don't think these are even available yet. Everything says it's available for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store, and GameStop says it can be shipped to your store. But there's no way I could get one of these in the next 3 hours. Mother of God, they managed to reclone Furby, says Cesario Japan. If you look here, let me pull up this other image of, I keep wanting to call it Lupin Chewie, because Lupin Chewie was actually a board game that came out that's featured in all the Star Wars toy videos. But check this out. It looks like it has the body of a Porg when you look at the box art. Like, this straight up looks like a Porg that they repurposed with the Chewbacca head. Tell me I'm wrong. You can't, because I'm not. But there we go. Ultimate Pilot Chewie. Look, it's just what I always wanted. If Han Solo was real, he'd be glad he was dead, so he wouldn't have to look at this. Look at the box. Real fur. Fur real. Oh my God, it's a pun. Get it? Chewbacca's for real, your best friend. What we should do is we should set up a GoFundMe for Star Wars Celebration, where we can try to get, or we take all the funds and get these and just have an army of them outside of Star Wars Celebration growling at people. Guys, it's not anything. It's an art installation. It's talking about the hypocrisy of consumerism in the toy shelf land of Toys R Us. I meant to say toy aisle. I don't know what toy shelf land is. Oh my God. You all have seen Pure Evil. Chewbacca's always had that mustache, let's be fair. Even if you watch the original Star Wars film. I think it's the most prominent in the original Star Wars film. Yeah, it's $130. If I need videos of these toys being hit with ridiculous calibers, hit me up. Oh, I will, Hammer of Crom. Now that I know the offer's out there, I have a whole bunch of episode 8 toys that may need a home. Do you have any Tannerite or Thermite or any of that shit? Oh, Ballet Dance New Jersey said they are on shelves here in New Jersey. Oh, okay. I haven't been to New Jersey in years. And I also haven't been to a store that sells toys in many, many months. Just, you guys know what I do. I haven't had time to buy anything. If I get something, I get it online, and it gets shipped to my house. Peter, if you could, or Pete, if you want to send me the image, I will gladly show that. I just went to a website that had the link to Nerdy Person of Color on Twitter. Chewbacca has become a Care Bear. You go to Jersey to visit Ethan. I'll visit. Ethan and I are going to meet at Star Wars Celebration. Then, I will go visit Ethan every once in a while. I could show up in one of his videos. That'd be fun. Ethan's a cool dude. He's very nice to me, so I'd definitely go visit him. I'd take it for free and then burn it. Porg-sized Chewie. Who eats who? That's a dilemma. That's Chewbacca's dilemma. Like, they look at him, they recognize that Chewbacca has eaten their. Imagine we should do a video series called Tiny Chewie, where we take big Porgs and tiny Chewbaccas, and the hilarity ensues. But that also means that you have to be aware of The Last Jedi, and I don't want anyone to have to watch that damn film. He looks like a regarded Ewok. This is an Ewok, folks. This is your first image from Star Wars Episode 9. The Ewoks have arrived. It's fucking co-pilot Chewie. Everyone's best friend. Oh my God. I can't look at this much longer. This is worse than every piece of bad comic book art combined. Co-pilot Chewie. It's the stuff nightmares are made of. I apologize in advance. That's a reason why Good Morning Pop Culture, we put the disturbing stuff in the beginning of the day. So when you go to bed at night, you can remember or forget about it and think of other good things. Remember the better parts of your days. Kylo's Nipple says, hey, Jeff, good morning. Pop culture is great to wake up to. Well, I'm glad we help everyone woke up. Chewie has brown eyes, right? I don't know. Let's see. Let me look up a picture of Chewbacca, and we'll find out. Chewbacca has very shadowy eyes. I think Chewbacca does have. Well, let's just look up Peter Mayhew, because those are Peter Mayhew's eyes that we're looking at. Peter Mayhew has, it looks like, blue eyes. I guess it's accurate. Yeah. Peter Mayhew has blue eyes, so that's what we were looking at. Wow. You want to see a really weird photo? This picture of Peter Mayhew makes it look like he has a tiny head and a giant body. Hey, Rose Tico also makes an appearance. Let's check this out together. Get that garbage off the screen. Let's look at the real Chewbacca and the fake Chewbacca. I mean, you want to know how Finn got Han Solo's pants? Well, it's in that comic book that tells you how Lando got Han Solo's clothes when he flew the Falcon at the end of The Empire Strikes Back. You're welcome, Trent. You're very welcome. Chewie looks like Hulk Hogan. Brother. I love me some Hulk Hogan. Ugh. There we go. There's Peter Mayhew with his tiny head. Chewbacca and Chewbacca. Not a good angle. Oh, yeah, I know. Believe me. Angles are important. But I'm just saying, from that photo, doesn't it make it look like his head is really tiny and his body's giant? What is the worst Star Wars merchandise I've ever seen? Co-pilot Chewie's up there, but I won't say that as the absolute worst. I'll go with the worst Star Wars merchandise. Those Thinkway... I do think that Star Wars Hot Wheels are dumb because no one drives a damn car in Star Wars. So why make a toy car with Star Wars on it? Those old Star Wars vans from the 70s were dumb too. Samuel Aragon, thank you very much. Star Wars is as woke as a meth head banging a mannequin. Hey, don't knock it till you try it, dude. Peter just tweeted the photo to us. Let me check that out. Let you guys enjoy your Peter Mayhew fix notifications. Oh, okay, there it is. Oh, so much. Cesare Japan says, my Chewie, my Chewie, my Chewie, wherever I go, he goes. I thought you were doing a My Buddy thing. That's what I was going for. I remember My Buddy. My cousin had one of those. And then I saw Child's Play, and it looked just like Chucky. Thank you, Cesario Japan, for bringing me back to a better memory of my childhood. My Chewie and me. Where is that other set photo, damn it? There it is. It's a bunch of people walking up a hill. That looks so cool, right? And does that girl have orange sneakers on? Oh, she's so cool. So cool. Yeah, Kid Sister was also a thing. I remember Kid Sister and My Buddy. I never had those. I didn't play with like anything stuffed. I wasn't one of those kids that rode a big wheel and hugged my buddy and, you know, wore Jordache. Wait, those are chick jeans. I didn't do any of those things in the 90s. I played with Batman and Power Rangers and thought I was a Power Ranger. I had the damn dragon dagger and the Saba sword. I would run around my yard and scream and fight. I was one of those people. I didn't say it was good. Well, that's true. Nothing from Disney Star Wars has been good. To be honest, that looks like a set from Game of Thrones set photo. Yeah, it does. Maybe they're really trying to copy what's popular. Guys, Star Wars is out. Game of Thrones is in. Well, Game of Thrones is out, JJ. Fuck. Well, It's more recent. Let's do it. Oh, Tim, you're a good man. These photos suck. That means Plan 9 is going to suck. It's confirmed, folks. Don't see this mess. I won't. Well, I have to for the channel, but you guys can make up your own minds. But I will definitely give you an honest opinion of the film. So instead of me saying don't watch the film, wait till you have to hear what I have to say, and you make the decision for your own self. Let's see. Worst original Star Wars trilogy toy ever. Oh, God. Now, do you want vintage or... Well, let's see. We'll do vintage, modern, vintage and modern. So, worst vintage toy from the Star Wars line would probably be like something from Jabba the Hutt's palace, like a Klaatu or a Barada or something. They're just so generic and no, the Ewok figures are lame because they're just these little fat round figures and they can just hold a stick and they're stupid and they're boring. At least more modern Ewoks have, the ability to use two hands and have action poses. I've never owned an Ewok toy, by the way. I've owned Jawas and Ugnaughts, but never Ewoks. More modern Star Wars toys that suck. The Constable Zuvio figure. Oh wait, no, that you said original trilogy. Excuse me. Original trilogy. The Princess Leia that they had to redo the head because it looked like a man. That was one of the worst ones. Would you like me to show that? Gola, I can't. All the movie theaters here have reserved seating, and if I don't buy a ticket for Star Wars, I'm not going to get a seat, and then people aren't going to watch the channel, and it's only going to hurt myself in the long run. So I have to get the actual ticket for the movie. 10,096 on Stealing Snow. Oh, shit. Well, thank you, One Bridge 11. I haven't even been looking, so I'll have to check that out after the show. This Leia is not female. Not a princess either. So let me show you. I think this is one of the worst. You know what? The Black Series have some bad figures. And I know people are thinking, those are the collector's line. There are some bad ones. So we'll show you this one. I think this is one of the worst Princess Leia figures. To me, the head was terrible, and everyone else agreed that the head was so bad that they went back and they changed it right away. So there you go. I don't think that looks like Carrie Fisher, and that's meant to be a premium collector's item for $20. Yeah, the dress is nice, but that face, dude, she looks like her eyes are trying to go to two different sides of her head. Like that alien from, what was that movie? I don't remember. But there are some other bad ones. What's another bad one? Now, see, they went back and they fixed the head. So if you want an example of how they made it better, well, here you go. Because this is not me exaggerating that they went back and fixed it right away. I mean, right away. There's not that many of the other ones, and they're not even rare. But there you go. See, they fixed it right there. Let's see, here we go. What are people saying about this? I wanted to answer or respond to the question. Frau Leia. That's a faux Leia, if you ask me. Why am I on the struggle bus to click on a window? Every time I click on the wrong window, doesn't help. There we go. Her eyes want to escape her face. It's Caitlyn Jenner. So beautiful, I would smash. When did Leia ever hold two blasters? Well, Princess Leia toys always have come with that pistol she used at the beginning of the movie where she shot the stormtrooper. And then they usually package her with the blaster in more modern releases because she runs around the Death Star with one. So that way you can have Leia with a gun, because Farm Boy Luke didn't come with it. He came with the lightsaber, I think. Luke and Leia, so young, so innocent. Pity they'll never know their fates by a round-headed baby man. Baby man. That's how, if Ryan Johnson makes a superhero flick, it's Baby Man. Well, the reason why Luke looks so much better is because remember when I talk about those SH Figure Arts figures? Luke, this is a Japanese import, and I bought this figure. He's way more high end than the American counterpart. This is Princess Leia. She's $20. Luke went for $60, if not more. Yeah, that is an SH Figure Arts Luke. Eddie Max Vandor, Butterface. Everything looks good, Butterface. Somebody goes, that's sexist. How can you be sexist towards an action figure? It's a fucking toy. It's a inanimate object. I can't be sexist towards my computer mouse. I can't drown my computer mouse and go to jail for murder. No, it's an inanimate object. Don't like it, deal with it. I can make fun of toys all day long. Eddie Max Vandor, so can you. We will together make fun of Princess Leia Butterface figures. Wait, we better not call her Butterface because Ethan might lick the damn toy. Tim, you got to see the figure in person. I'm not going to do an SH Figure Arts retrospective right now, but they're damn good toys. I don't know, Adam, when we're going to do Warhammer 40K. I got 1,000,001 things right now. I don't want to give you a date and then not be able to meet it. Tell me, sexist, doesn't it need a sex? Yes, it does. I'm tired of looking at Carrie Fisher. She's so... the Princess Leia, the real one, was cool. Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. Action figures. I actually own both of these toys. I like Princess Leia. She's cool. Oh, and Luke couldn't hold a blaster. He came with a yellow lightsaber. Oh, you're talking about the original vintage one. Yeah. Luke couldn't hold it. A lot of Star Wars toys. Retro Blasting put out the best video on this. He talks about how original Star Wars figures would have one good hand and one useless hand. And like Han, he could hold his hand. He could hold the gun at his hip, but his other arm looked like he was saluting a former dictator who's no longer with us, thankfully. Same with Chewbacca. Well, Chewbacca's hands kind of... They're just... Look, I know vintage Star Wars figures have a lot of nostalgic value for people, but for me, they're not that great. They're cool to own for, collective purposes, but they've made better versions of all of these characters. I hate when I go to these forums and like, well, they've never topped the vintage version. I'm like, the fuck they have? They're not even the right color half the time for these vintage figures. At least the 2004 to 2012 ones that they redid were better than all the vintage ones. I'm not going to even get into that debate on air. Too much realism. I liked realism on all my toys. I don't play 40K. I don't know what it is. I think it's little figures, and it's like fantasy. That's about all I know. Grace Randolph said that many are not talking about the latest Star Wars 9 photo leak. Is the franchise truly dying? Yeah, I think it could be it is on the downward slope. Star Wars is a joke. I'm not trying to beat a dead horse. Dion, I know you're listening, so and all that other shit. Fuck you. I'll see you in a couple hours. But I think that's a good sign because everyone in the world isn't going, oh my God, look, oh my God, look. When something's really big and popular, when people are talking about it. I've seen more talk of the James Bond director mishap than I've seen people talk about this Star Wars Episode 9 set leak. Maybe because it's too new. Who knows? But usually when Star Wars news comes out, people are rushing to make videos about it. Even I'm just like, I'll talk about it on Good Morning Pop Culture. Now, I guarantee you when Kathleen Kennedy is let go, or it's announced that she's already been let go, then the videos will flood in, and then interesting Star Wars will raise just a little bit. Star Wars Unleashed figures were cool, though. I bought almost all of those back in the day. I remember those. Those were neat. Those came out at a time where I was in grade school, early high school, so I didn't have a job or money, but I used to see those quite a bit, and I always wanted the Han Solo running up the ramp of the Millennium Falcon. I thought that was so cool. Lots of horse love right now. Lots of horse love in the chat. Dion, just saying, man. Just say Dion. And he's here. If they leak Finn and Poe, nobody is interested. If they leak Rey, you're going to get the Mary Sue website going, look, Rey's back in Star Wars Episode 9. It's like everyone fucking knew it. She didn't die or get hurt in any of these movies. Daisy Ridley's alive and well, so where's the twist? Oh, yes. Somebody needs to draw a picture of Dion and Patrick Swayze on horseback. I might make that into a shirt and sell that down the road. We'll see how. I got this colorist now, and he's excellent. So I'll be hiring that guy for a lot more work. Have a show, they said. Fans are great, they said. Said Green, 49285. Yeah, Dion. Well, believe me. See, the people antagonize you with horse talk. Everyone just tells me to pound a moist buff. So I think they like me. We need to make Dion watch the original My Little Pony, then go to BronyCon. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Hot Toys Return of the Jedi. Luke arrives in the mail today. Trent, stop. Stop flaunting your $8,000 action figure addiction in my face. I'm a little jealous, but that's okay. I have stuff to do. Yeah, Gola or Joel, Ray should have not just a scar, but a fucking arm off. You want a hero's journey? You got to have some adversity. No, she's going to come. Watch, she comes back with a cybernetic eyeball, and she's part liquid Terminator. Oh, well, it happened in the comic book. That doesn't mean shit to be Disney. That doesn't mean shit to me. Picture of Dion with a green horse. We can do that. Michael's going to kill you after what you said about vintage toys. No, he's not. He has a Star Wars Folly series. He calls them like he sees them. That's why I respect Retro Blasting, because he has the nerve to say, oh, it's not perfect because it's vintage. It has its flaws. He likes those toys, and I'm not going to, try to misconstrue his words. He definitely loves them, but he does make videos called Star Wars Follies where he says, like, hey, this is a mistake, or this was dumb, or the toys only came with sticks and all this other stuff. So that's what drew me to his channel and kept me around as a viewer for all these years. The level of shit Dion gets for the horse thing is pretty amazing. It is pretty amazing because it's such an odd thing to be afraid of. If there is someone dressed as a horse at Horror Hound, we're going to have them on the channel, and we'll live stream them chasing Dion around. How crazy would that be? DJ Cold, hello from Denmark, backer number 283 here. DJ Cold, thank you very much. I appreciate that, and I'm surprised that Stealing Solo is going to go to Denmark. Make sure you tell everyone in Denmark about it. GIF of mannequin. Oh, a super chat alert. GIF of a mannequin. GIF of a mannequin, Dion riding a horse appearing on screen. We could do that. We could definitely do that. It's not a fear, goddammit. Oh, it's a fear. It's a fear. I don't like cauliflower. I'm not afraid of it. See, you're trying to equate your fear of horses to like my dislike of cauliflower. I just don't like cauliflower. But if it's on my plate, I don't freak out. I go, oh, get it away from me. I don't cross the street when there's cauliflower. I just don't want to eat it because I don't enjoy the taste. If there's a horse around you, Dion, you would leave the state to get away from a horse. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Well, thank you, DJ Cold. I appreciate that. Like I said, everyone, thank you who's helped it grow so fast. It's just like not even 3 days, and I'm like, God damn. And it's just going. I can't wait. Can't wait to see the rest of it. Can't wait to show it to you guys. Real Peacemaker, that's okay, man. I'm just glad you're here. Dion could have been in the new Old Spice. I'm on a horse, spokesman, but Dion is equinophobic. Is that a real thing? Because I like that now. Dion, equinophobia or hippophobia is a psychological fear of horses. Oh, okay. Dion has a phobia. Oh my God. When will podcast 137 air? It's live right now, folks. The podcast is live over on Podbean, and that's where it's going to stay for this week. So here's a link to Indiegogo in the chat, and let me send you a link to the Podbean so you guys can catch the show, because Good Morning Pop Culture, sadly, has to be a truncated episode because I got some information from some of the guys off air, so we have to close this show out in a few minutes so I can get ready for the convention. But I'll be back later today, and there'll be a lot more content. So here is the link to our Podbean. Episode 137 has been live. It's already been downloaded 84 times, so you guys can check it out. Texas has the most horses, over 900,000. 900,000 horses, Dion. You hear that, Dion? When we were in Dallas and that guy told you about the AIDS that he had, there were 900,000 horses around you. Just imagine all the horses, Dion. So there you go, folks. There is our Podbean account. It's free to listen to on Podbean. You can download it. You can stream it. You can stream it and then turn off your screen for your phone and listen to it that way. You can play it through your web browser. There's all kinds of ways to listen to world-class bullshitters on Podbean and iTunes and Stitcher and all the other things. So I just want to take this time again, once again, to thank everybody. Stealing Solo currently sits at $10,096. 232 backers, 50% of its goal already in 3 days. So it has nowhere but to go up to pass the goal, blow the doors off the thing. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So let's any questions? Anybody have anything they want to ask me? Something funny to close the show out with, because that is going to be let's see. I made you a badge, Jeff. Check it. I think you'll approve. Tim, where did you post it? Jeff, do a Godfather and put a horse head in Dion's bed. We have to share a hotel room this weekend, and I don't know what horses smell like on the inside, but they stink on the outside. So for the benefit of everyone at the convention, I'm not going to butcher a horse. You know, it's me when you see a fat bald man walking up to Dion with a backpack playing Goodbye Horses. And the purple dildo. Oh my God. Dark Platypus, thank you. Holdo's Muff, thank you. Grand Inquisitor, any word on getting Alex Becker on the High Council? No word yet, but we're going to have Jeremy from the Quartering this Tuesday. So guests are back. We'll have to see who we can get to try to one-up each other. Nah, we're cool. We all work together. It's a group effort. But yeah, check out the High Council this week. Make sure you go back and listen to this past week's High Council if you have, and enjoy all the Good Morning Pop Cultures I put out. And if you've already heard all that stuff, well, damn it, then go listen to Good World Class Bullshitters episode 137, because you couldn't have listened to the whole thing yet. And now, just a heads up, you'll hear a disclaimer at the beginning of the show. We had technical difficulties, and that's why it's not on YouTube, because the first 20 minutes of the show are garbled, not unlistenable, but just don't have your volume up too loud. Then there's going to be a quick 3-second silence at the 20-minute marker, and then the audio picks back up, and that's where the episode was re-recorded through Skype, and the audio is much clearer. It's very buttery smooth. So if you guys are excited to hear more, we have a new joke that was created on this week's show. So in preparation for that, guys, I just want to tell you, beep, beep, get ready for Big Rig, Nick Utam. I'll catch you guys next time. I'll be back later in the day. I don't know exactly what time it's going to be. I'll put out notifications. I got to get logged back into Twitter on this new phone, so I forgot the Twitter password. I know, right? Oh, woe is me. But no, you guys will hear it first. We'll put it out there, and it'll be a lot of fun. And these live streams will be on camera, because we'll be in cool locations, and we'll want you to be able to see us and what we're doing. So thank you to everyone who's made World Class Bullshitters a possibility. Keeps on growing. Stealing Solo on its way to $14 billion. Why not? It's a possibility. Highest grossing comic in history. What do I do with? I guess I'll donate $1 billion to we'll have a raffle. Anyway, that's the future, but this is the present. Goodbye, and thank you for everyone.